a tiny room with a single mic. Three dudes gathered just to talk about life. They've got big laughs, small plans, and zero control. But somehow every tangent warms up the soul. From frozen snacks to questionable advice, they turn everyday nonsense into something kinda nice. Cause it's three dudes, one mic, making chaos feel just right. When the world gets loud, they keep it light. Yeah, it's three dudes, one mic, where the jokes hit hard and the friendship's tight. You never know what they'll say tonight. So pull up a chair, you're part of the crew. One mic, and somehow it works out too.
Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to Three Dudes, One Mic. Hello, hello. Squatch here, Steven.
Mama, mommy,
Mom.
the moose here, John.
Hey, this is the bear, Pedro. How y'all doing today?
What?
Pedro? I thought your name was Mike.
No, my name is Mike.
Well, today it's Mike Pedro.
Mike Barrett, Pedro Mike.
All right.
I
PM.
just came back across the border today. How y'all doing?
How was it?
It was nice. It was comfortable over there, like always.
Well, technically, I mean, you were south of the
You were.
border,
You
so-
were on a
Yeah.
nice cruise.
Was it
Yes.
Puerto Rico or Costa
Puerto
Rica?
Rico and Dominican Republic and
See? So technically, you're not lying. So
no,
you just weren't in the Mexico.
not this time.
area.
Not this time.
I never have.
You've never been outside of the U.S.?
Nope.
Really?
As
Yep.
many places as you've been, you've
Yeah.
never been outside.
Yep. Just in the U.S.
Oh wow.
I came literally like, I don't know. I think I was 30 miles from the Canadian border. I
Oh,
wanted
wow.
to, but it just didn't line up.
Yeah.
There wasn't a reason to go, but I was like, And apparently, like, where I would have gone through, which is through Washington, everyone's
Yeah.
like, I mean, you're going to go across and you're still going to have to, like, travel pretty far to get anything that's, like, even worth being like, and I went to Canada.
Yeah. It's
So-
like you can be in Canada, but you really have to go
Mhm.
into Canada.
Yeah, and then I go to Washington because I branded a brewery
Yeah.
doing artwork. And I got to spend a whole week in Bellingham, Washington.
Yeah.
It was really great right there. Like, you could see the mountains, like, way in the distance. You could see, like, Mount Rainier, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Especially, being from San Antonio, you
Yeah,
know,
because all we
there's-
got is hills.
there's no
Yeah.
mountain range. I mean,
Yeah.
in Texas, pretty much. I mean, if you want to, like, feel like you're, like, can see a mountain range from, like, a big town or a city, you got to be,
Yeah.
like, all the way in El Paso. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm there for a week. Man, didn't even line up. I was like, go to Seattle at least. Like, no, just stayed.
Get a little bit closer.
Stayed in Bellingham. Well, the guy I was staying with, he had a vehicle, but I think he kind of like had it tied into his work vehicle because he was the owner of the brewery.
Yeah.
And so like he just didn't really go anywhere, and he was, I guess, like a new age hippie sort of.
Yeah.
And so but he was also like kind of fit, so I don't blame him. But he was all about walking. And in Bellingham, if you don't know this, some of y'all listening might know this. Bellingham is one of those towns where it's big. I mean, there's I don't know. You'd have to look up the population because I don't want to
Yeah.
speculate. But
What was it? Bellingham?
Bellingham, if I was gonna guess, and I'll probably be way off. I mean, at least 30,000.
That's a nice sized town.
At least, and I could be wrong, but it felt like it. There was like main roads, not like just like one main street, like main roads, and breweries everywhere, restaurants. So it might even be more than that, but it felt really cool,
Yeah.
But everything was walkable. So
Oh, that's nice.
the streets were real sparse. Like there was no traffic. Like
Okay.
everyone was either riding a bike or walking,
Damn.
which was kind of cool.
Wait, what was I looking up?
Bellingham.
The population.
As of 2024, 95,860.
So I'm way off the mark. So it felt like a
Oh, what did you
30,000.
say?
I said 30,000.
30,000?
It felt quaint,
Yeah.
but 100,000 people's pretty good. So anyway, but yeah, like, I mean, it's there. I mean, they're known for breweries, and they had great food. Yeah, like really good food.
Sounds like a place to go visit.
Yeah. Being here from San Antonio, the one thing they did not have anything that I saw, but they did not have any trace of Mexican food
Okay. Well,
or Southern food for
Well,
that
even
matter.
like
But they probably had all the freaking chowder varieties you could ever want.
Oh,
when
yeah.
we're in Illinois, and I remember coming back and we were trying to find a Mexican restaurant, and there was nothing. Well, there was a few, but
There was
I don't think we were gonna try to be like.
So where we wound up, where you and me wound up in Illinois,
Yeah.
that town of Carbondale, I believe it was called. I could be wrong here because it's been so long, but I think it was called like Tres Hombres or Tres Amigos. It was one of the. I think it was Tres Hombres, but it was okay. But you could even tell then it was like it was probably more like California Mexican.
okay.
And it's just not Tex-Mex.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
just
it's
a
not-
big. I lived in California. I could tell you, like, when you're from Texas and then you go and eat Mexican food elsewhere, it just isn't the same.
It's never the same.
And you have this little like internal frown on your heart. But then the people who live there are like, yeah, well, I've been to Texas. It sucks. That's not real Mexican food.
Bullshit.
Go to California, and I'm like, it's just that it's different.
Yeah.
Well, you actually want to know something about New Mexico?
Uh,
They don't have tacos.
I
Are you
know.
serious?
They have burritos.
It starts
Oh,
in El
wow.
Paso.
I'm
So-
like, no.
So it actually starts in El Paso. El Paso starts the burrito trend. You don't get tacos.
Yeah.
What?
And when you
It's
get
just a rolled up.
and when
it's
you
the
get
same damn
tacos,
thing.
you get crunchy tacos. Like if you order tacos in El Paso, it's like crunchy tacos.
But
Yeah, you go
that
get
was
the
a
crunchy,
well,
yeah.
even in like when we went to Clovis, like I looked at the menu and I was like, where are the tacos? But it didn't even have crunchy tacos on there. It just had like burritos. I'm like, well, isn't that just a rolled up taco?
I'll have to double check with my other better half and see, because she's from El Paso, if because like I don't think they did breakfast tacos, but if they even did tacos, it was like the shredded chicken soft taco. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Well, when I was-
may be it. But I think she told me El Paso started like you got burritos. Like on the menu, it would be like burrito.
yeah.
You know, and in Texas and San Antonio, I mean, you could look at a giant drive-through menu you could get like, oh yeah, can I get the number 48 plate? You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's how many like possibilities you have.
Oh yeah.
And then only number 9 is the actual like Jalisco burrito. And that's it. There's no other. Number 12 is also a different kind of burrito. No, it's like you want the burrito, ground beef or chicken. And that's it. You know what I mean?
ground beef or chicken.
And I'm sure over there, it's like, yeah, we got a few burrito options.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise, when I think burrito in San Antonio growing up,
Yeah.
that was like Taco Bell.
Oh, you remember that taco you had when we were coming back from Garner? What was it? Oh my God. What was it? Pork chop taco.
Oh.
And they left.
Oh,
it was literally
man.
the whole
the
pork
whole
chop.
pork chop and the
Bone in.
tortilla. Yeah.
Guy, listeners out there in the world, look, I don't know how to explain this.
You
Look,
got to be specific.
the three of us went camping, the three of us here, and we went to, was that when we were in Junction? Or
Yeah, it was Junction.
Junction, right?
Yeah. Oh,
But we weren't in Junction camping. We were next door at,
Yeah. Yeah, we're camping at Garner State Park,
yeah.
and then we stopped on the way back in Junction at a Mexican restaurant.
And look, first of all,
It was a good place.
it was a good place.
It was a good place. It's just the way they made his taco. It was.
I threw him a curveball, right? I did. I threw him a curveball. And I'm Hispanic. You know, I don't speak Spanish, but I threw him a curveball. And, you know, the waitress was Hispanic, and she spoke perfect English, but I was trying to figure out where the confusion was, because I think that was the time when I threw in like puerco. I want the pork
yeah.
top taco, and she said, "Oh, the pork chop." Now I've had pork chop taco too.
But it was just the meat,
But-
not the bone.
Right. So she brings our food, and I don't remember if I got like an enchilada plate and then I just got a taco on the side. I think it was something like that.
Yeah.
And anyway, I opened
No,
up the,
you were almost gonna bite into it, weren't you? Or
was
or
that
no?
what it was?
You were about to bite into it, and,
And
then
then
all
some-
of a sudden you're like, you
Yeah.
stopped there.
And then you,
Like-
I guess you realize that
like my taco
there's
was
bone in
stiff.
there.
Yeah, I opened up the tortilla and it's literally like somebody just took a bone-in pork chop,
cooked the pork chop.
They cooked it
got
on
a
the-
tortilla and
and
put
they
it
just
in there.
put it in there, and then covered it up with the other half of their tortilla. They were probably looking through like that little serving window, and the cook was probably like,
Yeah, that would have been bad on your teeth.
I don't remember if I just left it alone. Did we?
No, you took the meat off and ate the taco.
Right,
Yeah.
but I didn't like grow
No,
up
you
on it,
didn't
make a deal about it.
No, you
yeah.
I mean, it was a simple. Well, I can't say it was a simple mistake. Maybe miscommunication.
Like I said, I think I threw him a curveball. I don't think anybody has ever ordered a pork chop taco there, and I did, and they were like, "Oh,
Oh, nope.
and someone was like, "Look,
Well, if he wants it, give it to him.
look, to make the pork chop, just give it to him on a tortilla." I mean, obviously,
He'll
he
probably
eats
take the
them,
meat
so,
off.
Yeah,
God.
they were probably looking to see how I was going to attack that taco.
Probably.
And you
Looking
and you
out the
attacked
window.
it
I
pretty good.
attacked it. I was reluctant. I lost half the weight on that taco and bone, but oh well, you live and you learn.
Oh,
So anyway,
man.
there's
But
that.
that was some good times at Garner. So
Yeah, camping's fun.
especially when Mike wanted to cross a river and almost fall in. Oh, remember that on the way back?
No, but
Dude.
he was all like about it. He was like,
Oh, I know he was.
he was like raging water. Ugh.
and I was like, "What is?"
And then when he
Kelly
started
gonna-"
taking slow, steady, deep steps, I was like, oh, he's gonna wash away.
and yeah, all I was worried about was like, "Oh, great, what am I going to tell Kelly?"
Mm-hmm.
And just to let y'all know that Kelly is Mike's other half,
Yeah,
and I would have had to deal with that. Like, what did you make him do?
yeah, not me. I just would have pointed back at John. I don't know.
I'm like, you're taller, you can reach in. You're the Squatch. I mean, come on.
Well, I was in between y'all. Remember, I was like half adventurous. Like I had one foot in the raging water, and the other foot, I'm like, I don't think I'm going to do this.
Yeah, you were second guessing
And,
yourself.
and
really
I was
bad.
watching him, and so every time he was like having close calls, I was like, and no.
And where was I? About 30 feet away, looking at both of you.
shaking your head.
And then you got
Donkeys.
up, and then you got up and out on the other side,
Yep.
which you were going for. And then
But then you had
but
to
then
come
you had
back.
to come back because there wasn't another way to cross over.
Like, damn it.
Yeah, I put myself in a bad spot on that one.
But remember on the way back to camp, we saw that couple like way ahead of us that were trying to cross.
Yeah,
And the girl ended up busting her
Yeah,
freaking
she-
butt.
yeah.
Oh man! And I
You
got
got it on
and
camera.
yeah, I had my GoPro
You got it
on
on
my
camera.
chest, and I got her slipping. I was like, "Wow!" I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, you probably should have not worn sandals. That probably was a number one
Number
thing
one
not
mistake.
to do. You don't wear sandals when climbing on rocks that are being overtaken with water.
Mhm.
I mean, that just screams out slimy and slippery.
There
Come on.
was a time when I lived in Austin, and I am adventurous. I'll go to like creek after creek, like not knowing anything about it. If I just was driving on the road and I just saw creek or a sign that said something creek, be like, okay, I'm gonna go check it out. And in Austin, a lot of times there's entryways down there. You know, it's either a greenway or a public parking
Okay.
area where then you go and find a walkway that takes you parallel to the creek you're on, right? So it was something like that. It was dog friendly, all that. But you know, they even though it's not a concrete path, it's a very well worn, been here for 50 years path that the people in front of you obviously are on. And then you have people like me who were like, so they're walking in a safe zone. I'm going to take a left here between this bee's nest and this cobweb. And once I get through it, after I take out both with a stick,
because he does have samurai fighting skills.
I do. I will take them out.
He has graduated from being a ninja to a samurai.
Full on samurai. And never thinking about my dog. Like, the dog is going to be okay.
He's low enough so he can go underneath both.
So then, of course, me like a freaking jackass, that's when I'm like, okay, because you're always supposed to have your dog on a leash.
Yep.
I took her off the leash and he kept yelling at her like, stay around me, stay here. And then what does she do? She sees the deer. And
female deer?
I don't know.
A doe.
Doe?
A deer.
A female deer? Ray.
Sunshine.
and so she took off. Now I didn't go after her, but
Why
what
not?
happened was she crossed the creek, and there was no water. It was wet, but there was no water. Okay, and
so how
there's
does that
still a lot of
happen?
algae on there, though.
But it wasn't green. The whole creek bed was like clay, and so it was smooth and wet.
Uh-oh.
The creek.
The creek. People,
you didn't
the
have to-
creek.
you
Get your
didn't
minds out of the gutter.
You
The
didn't
creek.
have to spit on it first?
Huh?
On the clay.
On the clay? You didn't have to
God,
spit
now
on the
you're
clay?
getting.
Is that what
Now
we're-
your mind went in the gutter.
No.
God,
Oh, no.
am I the only one not thinking dirty? So back to the clay. You're playing with the clay, trying to mold something out of it or something like that.
So, dog winds up crossing over the creek, and I realize there's clay, and I see that it's wet, and I was like, "Crap." Okay, I knew I have to be careful, right? Because it's a creek anyway. It's wet rocks in general. Don't want to bust your ass. So, but she started doing that thing where like she was gonna take off, and it was like when you know your dog, like if they take off this time, they're going to take off and they're not going to come back. I mean, you'll get them eventually, but you might be out there for an hour. So I made it all the way across.
Yes.
And she stayed there because I kept having to be like, sit, stay.
Yeah, you had to keep throwing commands at her for her to.
And I got just close enough, and I attached the leash to her collar, and I was like, whew, success.
But you forgot to grab the leash.
No, I had the leash.
Okay.
So now we're crossing back.
Okay.
Now because I'm still kind of standing in it and she's on the embankment, I'm taking the lead. So I'm pulling her like she's behind me now.
Okay.
And we're crossing the creek. And what happens? That damn freaking deer popped its head up somewhere and she saw it.
Aha, you're back.
You're back.
And she took off, but I had the leash. So she like yanked me. So I lost my footing. And I literally went from standing vertical to both my legs going horizontal, like 3 feet up the air.
Oh, crap.
And so it was like my whole body was like in lying down position, but in the air. And then I landed on the rocks, and it hurt so bad. And dude, it really hurt. Like it hurt a lot. Anyway, so I was kind of in adrenaline mode, and I didn't want anybody to see me too.
So you got a real
So
quick.
I got
didn't you?
right back up, and then almost slipped again.
Did you look around and make sure that nobody saw you?
I'm sure I did. That's how I normally roll. And so I made it back to the safe side of the creek that I started off initially, and I saw her, and she had that like, she was looking at me, then she was looking at the deer, then she was looking at me, and I was like,
Should I listen to him or go after the
I
deer?
psyched her out because she saw me fall. I
Yeah.
psyched her out. So I grabbed my hip and I started fake crying like,
So you're crying wolf.
oh. And then she actually came over and I grabbed her leash very slowly. And then I got up and then I didn't stop crying because it really hurt that bad.
Oh, no.
Damn
So you're still going through with it.
I was still going.
Or did you? Oh, okay. So you weren't really hurting, or you were hurting?
No, now I was, because now
Oh, okay.
the
Now you're
adrenaline-
actually hurting.
Yeah,
Oh,
because I still was riding on adrenaline from the fact that I wasn't sure if I was going to get her. That was part of the adrenaline. Because now I knew I was going to be limping trying to get her. So once I got her, I knew we were both safe.
okay.
That's when my adrenaline was like, no more adrenaline for you, buddy. And then my body was like, hey, so this is going to happen now.
Yeah.
Hope you make it back to your car 2.4 miles away. So that was fun walking back, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then-
it sucks when your adrenaline wears off.
But I will say, I'm very thankful I was still in my 20s, because if that had happened now,
You'd
would've
probably
been
still be
stuck.
laying there.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah, I
be-
haven't seen him in like 2 days. Where is he?
They'd
Oh.
they'd
Yep.
find me. They'd find me like
Still.
they'd find me comatose with like a smoldering tinder fire that I made on the actual dry piece of clay that I could with leaves that had fallen from the trees that I was able to reach out and grab, and then they would just laugh at me, the paramedics or whoever the rescue team was. They'd look at me and they'd be like, "What an idiot," you know.
True.
And then of course my dog would be the one to just like be standing in the creek.
There wouldn't be no Lassie and go look for help.
Oh,
It'd be like, all right,
no.
well, I'm going to go ahead and go do my thing.
No, in fact, she was probably chilling out playing poker with the deer.
Probably.
And what happened was that, and she was like, "Oh, I'm just going to ride this wave." So they had like all kinds of fun, you know, smoking cigars, doing drugs, being dog and deer. And then, you know, she sees all the help coming towards me, and she's like, "Oh, crap." So she runs up to make sure she's in position for when they come. And they're like, "What a good dog. You stayed by his side the whole
yay.
time." And she's just like hamming it up, like, "That's me. That's me. Rescue dog."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I can't talk because I'm comatose. And then when I wake up in the hospital, the first thing I say is like, "Where's that damn dog?" And they're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, Mr. Garcia, like, your dog saved your life." And I'm looking at,
It's like, no, he
'cause they
didn't. He
still-
caused all this damn
and
crap.
I'm like, "Where's the dog?" And well, they're giving him an award down at the fire station. And I'm like, "Keep him."
Keep the
Her-
freaking dog.
So that was that's a fictional tangent. I did go into fiction there because
Yeah.
everything happened except the award at the firehouse.
Yeah. No, about adrenaline. I mean, when I had gone into my motorcycle accident, my adrenaline was pumping like crazy. And, well, the whole thing, you know, I was going to go get gas. And I think I had shifted into third gear on my cruiser. And this car turned in front of me. The thing is, it was a no left turn where he was at the light. So he took a left turn. And, well, I had to lay down my bike. Knocked me out when I hit the pavement. I think I slid about 30, 40 feet. Woke up underneath his Dodge Durango. And, you know, of course, fire station was, I don't know, maybe about 20, 30 yards away. And it still took him 15 minutes to get there.
Jesus.
Like I could have walked over there with my dislocated shoulder and torn pants where
help
my
me.
butt was showing and say, "Hey, I just got in an accident. I'm going to go back, but whenever y'all ready, you know." Not dogging on firefighters, you know, they're, you know, thank you for your service. But at that time, it was like, come on, hurry up. But I remember when they put me into the ambulance and I was on my way to, I think, university. That's when the adrenaline wore off. And wow, that pain. What God. That happened on it actually happened on the Marine Corps birthday in 2003. And it was at 8:30 p.m. They didn't set my shoulder back in until 12:30. But yeah, that adrenaline, once that wore off, that pain hit you like a freaking load of bricks. I was like, damn. Of course, they gave me morphine, and that made me happy.
Right.
So
Oh, that always helps.
yeah, it gave me a happy time.
I remember one time one time I was in the garage. This was many years ago, and
Many moons ago.
so there's like the regular canopy that you buy at Academy or you buy at Walmart, but it's like that basic $50 canopy that's a good
$50,
size.
more like 100.
What is it, like a 10 by 10?
Yeah.
Probably
Usually-
that's
usually 10 by 10.
Yeah, so it's about like that, right? So I remember I think it was Academy, and they had like it was a canopy that had gotten returned, and it was still in the box, right? But it was way discounted. And I asked the guy, if there's something wrong with it, can I take it back? And he's like, of course, just bring your receipt, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay. So I get home, open it up. This thing is freaking huge. It was like a 20 by 30.
Oh wow.
Like,
wait.
like you could have parked like 3 cars under it. It was ridiculous. That's how big this canopy I got was.
So it was more like a carport.
Yeah, it was like those kind, like that
Yeah.
big.
Dang.
And used it at the beach.
Yeah.
And that thing didn't go anywhere. Put sandbags down. And
Damn.
so fast forward, used it twice, yeah. And now I'm in the garage at one point in time. Well, we're doing some spring cleaning in the garage, and so everything's just getting moved.
Yeah.
Now, that box that it came in
Yeah.
was how it came. It was like an open box. So
Yeah.
that's why I got the discount. And really, there was nothing wrong with it. It even was so big, it had like an electrical attachment that had a light.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was like already
Okay.
set up like that.
Yeah.
This thing weighed, this thing weighed like easily like 80, 90 pounds.
Damn.
Yeah, but I can't explain to you like how big it was.
That's what she said.
What? All right, the size of a milk carton?
What size? Like a
the
quart,
diameter?
half gallon.
No, the crate. I'm sorry,
Gallon.
the milk carton crate. The
Yeah.
milk crate. Milk carton. You're like, where does this? You got an 80-pound milk carton, bro? What were you? What, was it full of cement?
Yeah.
So
right.
isn't it like a
A crate.
foot? About a foot wide? Like
Yeah.
the opening, a foot by a foot? By a foot?
Yeah,
by a foot?
yeah. Let's say it's about like that, and yeah,
A
about
foot
like that.
cubed?
Yeah, foot cubed. It was just big, and it was one of those things where I knew I just needed to move it like a couple feet.
Yeah.
Because I remember me and another guy like carrying it together just to move it like from the car, the truck, to,
Yeah.
and I remember I just picked it up to like enough for me to just shimmy it, kind of, right? And I lift it off the ground and I'm carrying it over in front of me to the other side from right to left.
Yep.
And the bottom of that box gave out.
No, God.
Oh crap.
And you got to remember, this whole canopy is all together. So it's all compact in the shape of it
Yeah.
because it was in that box. It just,
Yeah.
so it just slid out of that box. And one of the legs, the feet, perfectly landed on my big toe.
Ah,
And
of
my
course it did.
adrenaline kicked in and I yelled and I was like, this is crazy.
Mama.
I was like, it doesn't even hurt right now. And people look at me like, oh man, you probably broke it. So I think I broke it. I just never got it checked
Yeah.
out. But
Oh,
crap.
man, is your freaking toe all twackle now or something?
it was all really purple.
yeah, you probably should have gone to the hospital.
Yeah, probably,
Yeah,
but I didn't
probably.
because I was an idiot. So check it out though. When the adrenaline wore off, I wish that's how I felt. When the adrenaline wore off, the expletives coming through my mouth to myself for
Oh,
being an idiot
boy.
were that bad. That was it, the pain in your big toe, right, was
Yeah.
enough to like kill an elephant. And then
Really?
I was like, okay. Then my toe went from purple to yellow, so it's healing.
Yeah.
If you could only see what the Sasquatch is doing or is
Yeah.
showing the bear right now.
I'm
it's just-
mimicking
it's not appropriate.
like rubbing my big toe.
Yeah.
They're
yeah.
they're thinking
Is
something else.
Is that what they do?
So where it hit my toe, it smacked right at the cuticle.
Oh.
So you
So-
lost the nail. Huh?
Sheesh.
So then,
Anything that could have possibly gone wrong with that whole situation did.
so over a couple
Yep.
weeks, the toenail had turned
Did it fall off?
purple. Yeah.
Oh. Ugh.
And so, but I couldn't. There was one point where for like a whole week, it only half felt like it wanted to come off, but it was still attached to the tissue. So I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
no, because then if I pull off, it's gonna bleed like a stuck pig, and it hurt too. So I was like,
You might as well pull it off though.
Just
I
get some
did.
pliers.
Yeah.
And then I remember I was
Did you use pliers?
I was sitting in bed, and I was, and you know how like when you get a really big contusion or a bruise, sometimes it'll itch when
Yep.
it heals.
No.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Mike?
Yeah, because it's healing.
Uh-huh.
And so for some reason, when the skin or whatever starts,
Like when
trying
you
to
get a
heal,
tattoo?
it itches.
Mhm. Yeah, like when you get a tattoo.
Yep.
You have to pat it.
So I was using the heel of my other foot to rub my big toe,
Did
And
you
it
get a
felt-
Charlie horse again?
and it felt good because it was itchy. And then but I was like really rubbing it like really hard.
Oh, wait.
Like I was using the heel.
So you're using
Are we
your
in a
heel
porn
No, I'm
or-
to
using my
scratch your toe.
I'm using my heel to scratch my toe because it didn't hurt anymore. It was already healing.
Okay.
This is weeks later. Like the
But your toenail is still messed up.
it's still at this point it's already dead. It's just still attached.
Yeah.
And when I had tried to take it off, it had already been a week before. So I'm over there just like itching it with my heel. And then I just, on one itch, the toenail just flew at the TV screen. And it was the funniest thing. And I kind of felt like the dog that was there was a pit bull. The dog did one of those like little where the dog tilts its head and is like, huh?
What the hell was that?
Yes, exactly. But I thought they were going to go down and try to eat it. So I was like, no. So I had to like jump off the bed and go get my big toenail.
But
And,
did it hurt?
No, it was like
Like-
it was ready to come off. So it just,
So it was like barely hanging on, and it just happened to be you rubbed it enough to where
Yeah.
it came off.
yeah. I actually, in retrospect, thought like, how did it not come off all day in my shoe and sock? And also when I took my sock off, how did it not come off? It was like it was ready to go. No, God wanted to play a cruel trick
I
on
just
me.
can't believe you're scratching it
Yeah.
with
and
your heel.
Yeah,
And
like it. Yeah, like
I don't know.
you've
That's
never had a.
just-
Yeah, it's kind of like if you know how they, they say not to scratch your tattoo when you have when
Yeah,
you
you
just get
pat
it,
it,
you pat it, but you
Yeah.
know that feeling,
or
like,
you put lotion on it. That helps.
right? But you know, like if you were to itch it, how good it would feel, like a scab.
No,
Like a scab feels good when you scratch
When you
it.
scratch
I've
it.
never scratched a tattoo.
No, you're not supposed to, but if you accidentally do it, dude, it feels good. It's so heinous. I'm telling
So
you
it's
right now.
terrible.
No, it's good.
You're not going to make
I'm
heinous.
gonna
No,
tell you.
we are not going to get into this
I'm telling
discussion about using the word heinous as a good thing.
you. For scratching,
no.
for the feeling
No,
of scratching a
it's not gonna
tattoo
work.
when you're not supposed
it's,
to,
It's not going to
it's
work.
heinously awesome. Okay.
That doesn't make it any freaking better.
Okay,
It's not going to be
it
cool.
could. Well, so you can itch your bruises out there, people. Just so you know.
Even though that little short
Weigh in on it.
video,
Come on, Mike, weigh in on it.
that short video did actually do pretty good
Yeah.
on the views.
You can
Heinous, bro.
scratch them, but I don't know about heinous. Heinous, I'd be more like, how heinous has this world gotten here lately? Huh? That's more along the line, but you can make it good, I guess. Now he's at a
I'm
loss
making
of
it
words.
good.
You're
Yeah,
not
there
going to
you
make
go.
it good.
I'm gonna make it good.
Make another
So-
word good.
You dropped that on your foot. When I was in high school, I dropped a 50-pound weight on my toe, and it did kind of the same thing. The only difference is when I got home and got my shoes off, I took a pair of pliers and I yanked that toenail right on out.
Did it bleed?
Oh, it bled bad.
Uh,
Yeah, it bled bad and hurt.
Oof.
And I was using a whole bunch of four-letter words that we
Okay.
can't use right now.
Wicked. That's another word that you could use instead of heinous.
Wicked, bruh.
Wicked. It sounds like a
Yeah, but
But see, you could use wicked as good or bad,
right. So,
but not heinous
but why not?
because you can.
But you just proved that you can.
yeah.
Look, man, if something is wicked, like, and you're from Boston, you're like, yo, that's wicked smart, man. That's wicked cool, man. That's actually not how Bostonians
No, I was
talk.
gonna say, wouldn't
That's-
it be more California?
Yeah, hey, that's wicked cool, man. Like Bostonians would be more like, yo, that's wicked cool. You know what I mean? And I'll kick your freaking ass if you ever say otherwise. Boston. But you can say heinous.
Yeah.
Yep,
Sorry, it's not gonna happen.
And then you add the
Wicked.
ly, so it's not even like you could say this S is heinous,
that
bro.
corn concert was wicked, man.
Yeah,
that corn concert.
But-
or you
that-
could also
that
you could-
Chumbawamba
No, dude.
concert was, oh man, it was wickedly awful. See?
no, I'd double down and I'd say, dude, that's heinously wicked. How
But
about
you would
that?
get up again?
No,
Or what about that kill scene in a movie? That was a heinous kill scene. Oh,
I don't mind it.
maybe
I'm gonna
he's
just-
gonna
Okay.
persuade
I'm
you
gonna-
different.
I'm gonna pursue this.
Well, you know what?
endeavor.
We're going to come to an end, and we can continue this with the next episode next week
Fine.
with still trying to get heinous to be a good word.
Yeah.
If you have listened to this whole episode, please leave a comment.
Mhm.
If you can make heinous good.
Yeah, leave your comments, bro.
Yeah. It's probably not going to happen. But they'll probably, I mean, you probably get some, but I really doubt it.
Just
But
give me an example, y'all.
if you still haven't liked or subscribed, please do it.
Ringy dingy the bellio.
Yeah.
Ding, ding.
Dong.